Hello everyone, Chris here from SME Centre of Excellence. This is our sixth video in this series, and today we're going to have a look at key resources really quickly. So I suppose the question is, what does your business depend on, and what are the irreplaceable elements, the vital ingredients and components that are required of your value proposition to exist? I suppose it could be a number of things. It could be a person like the founder or a vital team member. It could be a special building or location. It could be equipment, machinery. It could be intellectual property such as a trade secret or unique recipe. It could be your brand, for example, which is the critical factor here. Interestingly, it's not the same for every business, even within the same industry. So just be aware that what works or what is critical for you may not be critical for another business. Brands are really interesting. So is your customer more willing to pay for your product or service because of the brand? Well, if they are, that has to go down as a key resource. And I suppose if you think about Nike or Adidas or Sony of the world, these brands are at the top of their game, but they weren't always. So I suppose the point I'm trying to make here is that you should always kind of look back at your business model canvas and evaluate whether your brand, for example, is part of the critical factor going forward. There are four main types of resources. I'm not going to speak much about them during this video. There's a longer video which will be put on YouTube. But first of all, physical. So here we go. In our example, physical is kitchen, food, cooking equipment, etc., etc. We've got intellectual property, and in our example, it's things like any new programs that we make, as and if when required. Things like that would fall under intellectual property. Things like copyright, patents, brands, proprietary knowledge, that also goes in there. We've got human, and in our example, we've got chefs, nutritionists, and the delivery force that we would need. And lastly, we've got financial, and we need to know how much finance we need, where we're going to get it, how we're going to access it, and what the terms are. So on the face of it, key resources is a really small box. It's really important, as all of them are. Take your time if you can. Whilst you can kind of probably get through this business model canvas in half an hour to an hour, the more time and effort you put in, as with most things in life, the better outcome you're going to get. So until next time, we'll probably be talking about key partners. Over and out.